So, students, continuation of quadratic equations, exercise 5.3, quadratic equations 5.3 exercise, 12th question. Read the question. An object is thrown upwards with initial velocity of something. So, see here, height S is equal to 12 plus 17t minus 5t square. Height S is equal to 12 plus 17t minus 5t square. See here, this is the ground. So this is the building. From the top of the building a stone is thrown. An object is thrown. It will go up and after reaching some point it will come down. It will fall here on the ground. So from here an object is thrown upwards, it will go top and come down and it will reach on the ground. This is the path of the object. So height at which it is reached, it is given. So how we got this? You don't think about it. Actually it is you will get it in the physics subject. So when something is thrown, what is the maximum height? At a particular time, how much height it will reach. All these concepts you will study in the physics subject. But directly equation is given, so we will take the equation. Now, question is, find the time taken by the object to touch the ground. From here we have thrown. It will go up and it will reach some maximum height. After that it will come down. Any object whichever is thrown, it will go till it has some velocity. When velocity becomes zero, it will stop and it will come down. So because of gravitation, it will come down. So this is the relation. The question is, after how many minutes it will reach the ground? Reach the ground means, suppose the object is here. Object is here means there will be some height. Suppose object is here, there will be some distance, height or distance, same. Because if it is a horizontal, we call it as a distance. If it is a vertical, we call it as a height or distance, same. So if the object is here, this is the distance. If the object is here, this is the distance, that is height. So when the object is on the ground, the distance will be zero. What is the distance from the ground? Suppose this is the ground, suppose this is the object. So what is the distance from the ground to the object? They say 10 meters, 5 meters, like that. But if it is on the ground, so distance is zero. So if it reaches the ground, see here, if the object reaches the ground, if the object reaches the ground, then height, actually height symbol is given as S actually, because as I said, distance, height both are same when it is a vertical. So height will be zero. This you have to remember. This point you have to remember. When the object reaches the ground, what is the height of the object from the ground? No height, because it is on the ground. So ground to the object distance, if you measure, suppose if it is here, object is here, the ground to object distance, say some maximum, say 30 meters for example, 30 meters. Next come down, 10 meters, 20 meters, 10 meters, 0 meters. Height is equal to 0. That you have to remember. What is S? 12 plus 17t minus 5t square is equal to 0. We got a quadratic equation. Solve this equation, find a t value. Generally, t square term we should not keep minus. So I am multiplying with minus. This will become plus. Minus will become plus. This will become minus. This plus will become minus. This is plus, minus, minus. I multiplied with minus. So that first term t square should not be negative. Generally it is positive. No. Now factorize. Or use the formula. 12 5 is 60. See here students, I am using the factors method only. Formula method you know, minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, that you can do. See, factors method, minus 20 plus 3, how much? Minus 20 plus 3 is minus 17. 23 is a 60, 12 5 is a 60. Minus 12 into 5 is minus 60. Minus 20 into 3 is minus 60. Minus 20 plus 3 is minus 17. Factors. So many problems we did using the factors method. Formula method is simple. You can do it. You practice it. So 5t common. Another t remains. T already taken common. 20 means 5 4s are. 5 4s are 20. Plus 3 common. T remains. 12 is 3 4s are. 3 common means 4. That means same we will get. So t minus 4 common, 5t plus 3 is equal to 0. Now, t minus 4 is equal to 0, t is equal to 4. Minus 4 that side, plus 4. Next, this one, second answer. 5t plus 3 is equal to 0, t is equal to minus 3 by 5. So, time cannot be negative. Time cannot be negative. Time may be 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, but minus 3 minutes, minus 2 minutes, not possible. So therefore the answer is 4 units. If the units are there, you can write seconds. This is the answer. See, here onwards I need not explain. This process you should know because so many equations we solved till now. Almost all we are at end of the chapter. Any quadratic equation, you know, I explained 3 methods, but in that factorizing method is little convenient. Formula method is easy to apply, easy to remember. So formula method also I explained, this method also I explained. Another method is making it as a perfect square method, but it is difficult, we don't apply it unless it is asked. So factors method I applied, I got t is equal to 4. I got one more answer also, but cannot be negative. Time is 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, but not minus seconds. So wrong answer. 4 answer. 4 is the answer. Write down, students. This point if I explain, remaining you have to do. Only one point. When the object reaches the ground, the distance of the object from the ground is 0. The height is equal to 0, that's all. Height is equal to 0. What is height? 12 plus 17t minus 5t square is equal to 0. Generally we write t square in the beginning, next to t, next to constant. So to write it in the beginning, first there should not be, if it is a minus sign we may get confused because generally first term we keep always positive. So multiply with minus. This is minus into minus plus, minus into plus minus, minus into plus minus. Solve. If a polygon of n sides have, see here, number of diagonals of a polygon having n sides is given in the problem half n into n minus 3. Number of diagonals of a polygon having n sides is half n into n minus 3. Number of diagonals of a polygon having n sides is half n into n minus 3. This is the formula for number of diagonals of a polygon. It is given. Question is, if a if there is how many sides are there in a polygon with 65 diagonals? 65 diagonals. See here, students. Number of diagonals should be how much? 65. number of diagonals should be 65. If number of diagonals are 65, the polygon will have how many sides? So, what is the formula for number of diagonals? This is the formula for number of diagonals. This is the formula for number of diagonals, half n into n minus 3. But it is given as 65 over. Here onwards you can solve. Number of diagonals formula half n into n minus 3. But it is given as 65. It is given in the problem. See, how many sides are there in a polygon with 65 diagonals? Number of diagonals 65. This is the formula for number of diagonals. This is number of diagonals. Number of diagonals is equal to number of diagonals equated. Now see students, n into n, n square. N into 3, 3n. N into n, n square, n into 3, 3n. 2 into 65, 130. 2 into 65, 130. N into n, n square, n into 3, 3n. 2 into 65, 130. Formula method or factors method? 130. 13 tens are minus 13 plus 10 is minus 3. 13 tens are 130. Minus 13, 130 into 1, 130. Into should be this. This into 1 is 130. This into this also same. See, this into this into this should be same. What is minus 130 into 1? If there is no coefficient means 1 only. Minus 130 into 1 is minus 130. 10 into 13 is also minus 130. Now, equal. Next, minus 13 plus 10 is minus 3. That is a way of factorizing. N common, n minus 13. 10 common, n minus 13. So, this is n minus 13 into n plus 10. So, next you have to find n value. See here students. N minus 13 is equal to 0, n is equal to 13 answer. N plus 10 is equal to 0, n is equal to minus 10. Number of sides cannot be negative, so not possible. Number of sides cannot be negative. So therefore, number of sides is equal to how much? 13. Answer. This is equated to 65. We solved it. We got n is equal to 13 over. Next. Another question is there. If diagonals are 50, what are the number of sides? If diagonals 50 instead of 65, if it is 50, half n into n minus 3 is equal to 50. What are the sides that we have to find? How many sides? N into n square minus n into 3. 3n is equal to 2 into 50, 100. N square minus 3n minus 100 is equal to 0. Now, factors, we have to get if you multiply, we have to get 100. 10 into 7, 13 into 10, 11 into 9, 11 into 8. No. Sometimes we won't get the factors. Then other option is formula method. When we are getting factors, it will be convenient. Otherwise, formula method is there. So after a long gap, I am using I am explaining you formula method. So for any problem, we can use that formula method. See here, this n square coefficient is taken as 1, A. What is n square coefficient? 1. This second one is B. Third one is C. What is C? Minus 100. Formula method. Try to remember the formula. I explained the formula. I derived the formula also. A is 1, B is minus 3, C is minus 100. So the formula for n is minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So minus b is minus 3 plus or minus root of b square is minus 3 whole square minus 4 into a is 1, c is minus 100. into a is 1. 3 plus or minus, minus into minus plus, 4 into 1 4, 4 into 100 400 plus minus 3 square is 9, 409. What is root 409? Root 409, it is not a perfect square. Root 400 is 20. 20 into 20 is 400. 21 into 21 is 441, not 409. So there is no perfect root for this. There is no perfect root for this 409. It is not an integer. Of course, you may get in fractions. So n is number of sides. Number of sides for a polygon will be 3 sides. If it is a 3 sides, it is a triangle. 4 sides, quadrilateral. So 5 sides or 6 sides or 7 sides, 8 sides, 9 sides, but cannot be a fraction. Sides cannot be 3 by 2 sides, 1.5 sides, like that. It does not exist. So 8 sides, 9 sides, 10 sides, 12 sides, like that. 4 sides, 3 sides also possible, but 1 by 2 sides by 2, like that, this type of sides does not exist. Therefore 50 diagonals is not possible. 65 diagonals is possible for 13 sides polygon, but for 50 diagonals is not possible. Such a polygon doesn't exist because the n we are not getting n value. So we tried the factors method also, we are not getting the factors, but even formula method also you can apply. This is the formula, we derived it and we applied for 4 or 5 problems and the second question. So after that I applied this method only, factors method only. Almost all problems I applied this method only, but every problem you can apply this formula. But this is A, this is B, this is C, this is the formula, substitute, but the only problem is you have to find the square root if it exists. Here it doesn't exist, so no question. So n does not exist, therefore 50 diagonals polygon is not possible. Write down, students. This is not a natural number. It should be natural number. It should be something like 4, 5, 6, something like that. We are not getting a natural number. We are getting a fraction. This is not a natural number. Therefore, polygon with 50 diagonals not possible. Polygon with 50 diagonals not possible. Write down. Polygon with 50 diagonals is not possible. Students, you can copy it afterward. First you understand the process. So again you see the video once again and pause the button and copy the procedure, because I don't know, some students may copy it little early and some students may take time, so we cannot see whether you copied it or not. But don't concentrate on copying. First listen and understand. Copying you can do afterwards. You can press the pause button and you can just copy the complete procedure. So students, next one problem left, which is nothing but ninth question. Ninth is left. So with that, total exercise will be over. Ninth problem. It is very difficult. So that's why I am teaching in the last. This is not a natural number. Hence, polygon with 50 diagonals is not possible. You copy afterwards. Students, this ninth question is very difficult, because the difficult in the sense you forgot all the things related to this concept, because this is you studied maybe in the 8th class. So anyway it is a difficult concept. See, I will try to recollect what you studied in the lower classes. See here, 2 water taps can fill a tank in 9 3/4 hours. First tank, first water tap, second water tap. See here, 2 water taps. Time taken by 2 taps to fill the tank. Time taken by the 2 water taps to fill the tank is 9 3/8. 9 8 is 72 plus 3 75/8. Mixed fraction converted into improper fraction. 9 8 is 72 plus 3 75/8. 75/8 hours. To fill the tank, this much hours time is required for both the taps. In 1 hour, it will fill. How much it will fill in 1 hour? That concept you studied in the lower classes, students. I am not explaining in detail. Even if you understand this one problem also, you cannot completely, because same model, if I solve 2-3 problems, you may get that idea. But only one problem is there. So with that concept, if time taken by the 2 taps to fill the tank is 17/8 means in 1 hour, how much it will cover means 1/17/8. It is nothing but 8/75, 75/8, like this. See, suppose to fill the tank, it requires 4 hours. 4 hours time is required to fill the tank. In 1 hour, how much it will fill? 1/4. Suppose if it requires 10 hours to fill the tank, 1 hour it will cover 1/10. So this much, these many hours are required to fill the tank. Then in 1 hour, 1 by that. That means 8/75. Leave it. Now, see here. Tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank. See here. Time taken by smaller tap to fill the tank is equal to time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank. Let it x hours. Smaller tap, if only smaller tap is open, let the time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank is equal to x hours. In 1 hour, it will fill. How much it will fill? 1/x. 1/x. Same way, time taken by bigger tap to fill the tank. Bigger tap, larger tap, or larger tap. Larger tap will fill, will take 10 hours less than the smaller. If it is x, it will take x minus 10. 10 hours less. X minus 10. If it takes x hours, it will take x minus 10. 10 hours less. In 1 hour, it will fill how much? 1 by of this. So, in 1 hour, both taps will fill. This will fill 1/x plus this will fill 1/x minus 10. In 1 hour, both can fill this much capacity. So this is first tap, this is the second tap. So both are open, then plus. In 1 hour, both taps will fill. Both taps will fill. In 1 hour, both taps will fill 1/x plus 1/x minus 10. But see here, students. 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 10. This in 1 hour both will fill this much, but already in 1 hour both will both will fill both the taps. Time taken by 2 taps, both the taps. In 1 hour both taps will fill. Both taps will fill. It means because it is a continuation here, both taps are the same. That's why I wrote it. That is also correct, but same sentence wording I am writing. In 1 hour, both taps will fill this much. So this should equal to this. That's all. Here onwards, you know, you can do it. You can solve it. Let smaller tap, time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank is equal to x. In 1 hour, it will fill 1 by x. This is the rule you studied in this chapter in the 8th class. So larger tap will take 10 hours less. Less means x minus 10. In 1 hour, this much. If both taps are open, this plus this. Both are open, no? So we have to add this plus this. But it is equal to this. LCM. X into x minus 10. So x minus 10 plus x into 1, x is equal to 7 by 8 by 75. X plus x, 2x minus 10 by x into x square minus 10x. Cross multiply. 8 into x square minus 10x is equal to 75 into 2x minus 10. 8x square minus 80x. 75 into 2, 150. 150x this side minus 150x. Minus 750 this side plus 750. So we can simplify divide by 2. Just we can simplify because each is divisible by 2, no? Divide by 2. 4x square, 120x, 375 is equal to 0. Use the formula method or factorizing method. Formula, just now I reminded you the formula minus b plus or minus like that, or factors method. 1500. See here students, 4x square. You use the formula method. For me, it is factorizing method will be easy. You use the formula method. So 1500, 375 into 4 is 1500. 150, 30. 1500. 1500 means if we add, we have to get 120. 90, 30s. Try the factors 120. Or use the formula. Write down students. Write down fast. Write it fast. Sorry, this is 180 plus 150 is 230. Sorry, 230 by 2 is 115. Not 240. 180 plus 150 plus 80 is 230. Right. You use the formula method. I will try with the factors. So 115. Right up. So this is x minus 25 is equal to 0, x is equal to 25. Right. If we take this 25 by 4, so and 25 by 4 minus 10, we will get negative answer. So this of course this is positive, but if you substitute here, the second value is becoming negative, so it is not possible. If it is 25, no problem, because this is 25, 25 minus 10 is 15. So this is the correct answer. In among those two answers, this 25 is the correct answer. Right on, students. What is the question actually? So find the time in which each tap can separately fill the tank. So see here, x is equal to 25 and x minus 10. Second tap is x minus 10. So this is 25 minus 10 is 15. So therefore, see here, time taken by smaller tap to fill the tank is nothing but x. X is 25. Answer 25 hours. Larger tap. Larger tap. What is larger tap? X minus 10. Larger tap. X minus 10. So that is nothing but x minus 10 already done. How much? 15. So 15 hours for the larger taps, 25 hours for the smaller taps. This is little difficult, but you practice it. You practice 2-3 times. Just if it is x, 1 by x. X minus 10, 1 by x minus 10. Adding. Similarly, 75 by 8, 1 by 75 by 8. That means 8 by 75. Simplification. So students, complete it, and this exercise is over. All problems I solved in all the detailed way with all the required steps. You copy it, maintain the very good notebook, and this exercise is over. Tomorrow in the next class, the last exercise, a small exercise, may take 2 more days. So we are going to complete that chapter. Practice these problems, students. Only this exercise is very, very difficult. A lot of theory questions, time and distance problems, height and distance, something like that, and the physics concept, and this is a different concepts you study in the lower classes. So all types are used here, so you practice these problems many number of times. Okay, bye.